Welcome back, everybody, to Mining Your Future. I'm Danielle Marchand.
And I'm Maggie Dorf.
Maggie, can you recap for us what's happening this week?
Absolutely. We have the camp manager, who is a person that takes care of everything at the camp.
Ah, kind of like a mama bear.
Exactly like a mama bear. Except what if it's a guy? He might get offended.
Papa bear.
Better.
And after that?
After that, we have investor relations. Very prestigious kind of role. Very much up your alley, for sure. They're individuals who tie these public companies or these mining companies together with investors. So always traveling, always looking their best.
Huh, I like that, actually.
It might take you.
And then after that?
Last but not least, we have the exploration driller. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna say some exploring and some drilling.
Probably right. I'm actually intrigued by this one.
Are you?
Drilling is a huge part of mining.
Good point.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get this week started.
Let's. So we're just at a camp north of Smithers. We traveled here last night. It is frickin' cold, but it's awesome. We're here to meet Paul. He is the camp manager for UTM Exploration, and I can't wait because he takes care of a lot of stuff. At a camp like this, there's a lot of responsibility. So let's go have a look. Hey!
Hi.
Are you Paul?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Maggie.
Meet you.
I'm looking forward to following you around today and figuring out what it is that you actually do.
Sounds good.
I hear you take care of a lot of stuff.
My name is Paul Granlund. I'm the camp manager for UTM Exploration Services in Smithers. The camp manager is responsible for maintaining all aspects of the camp, whether it be heating, water, fuel for the equipment in camp. Generally, the maintenance goes along with servicing any mechanical equipment, generators, electrical needs, demands.
On an average day, you're just looking to maintain, obviously, the heating around camp.
For sure.
The water system, any sort of amenities, and for the cooks as well. Like, that's pretty much the first thing in the morning is making sure that they have, you know, propane to cook
Something
with
to cook
and
with.
water to do the dishes and cook with as well. So
For sure.
that's a priority in the morning, as well as the field staff.
Nice.
You know, making sure that they have radios, trucks are fueled, stuff
Nice.
like that as well.
Right on. Like the radio that we hear in the shower right now?
Yeah, exactly.
People want to be comfortable in these camps, so the bar is quite high. You can't get away with just a little pup tent and a sleeping bag anymore. It's the whole 9 yards. So it doesn't matter whether there's 4 people or 500 people, you still need the same amenities.
Anyone ever referred to you as the Papa Bear of the camp ever?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on how long they've been in the camp with me.
Yeah, if they can get away with it.
It sounds a little weird to say that you want to have the least amount of stuff to worry about during the season, but it's just that gives you more time for all the stuff that you can't account for that's going to happen.
For sure.
Know, like trucks breaking down or other issues in camp. So if your maintenance and your setup and prep isn't done properly, like if these tents are set up improperly, they can be a huge headache throughout the season. You know, the tarps will blow off, the tent will slip off its base, or you know, doors and stuff.
And you
like
don't
that.
want that. I mean, who wants that?
Yeah, it's just do it once, do it right, and then don't worry about it.
I got into dealing with camps previously with my silviculture background. So a lot of that was camp related. We were always in remote areas and having to deal with all aspects of just trying to camp, basically out in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of prep work involved in site location, access issues, the best layout, the water source. All aspects have to be thought of beforehand. This camp is set up on those holding tanks.
Okay.
And it's fed from us. Relatively seasonal creek down here called Ganaqua.
Okay.
This is how they fill the water supply in camp.
Oh, yeah.
This is your intake line, obviously, from your source.
Yeah.
And water, besides the camps, for drilling exploration is huge. Like they use the water while they're drilling.
Yeah.
So they're pumping it down the hole as well. So there's a lot of water consumption used.
Yeah. So how long would you be at a camp? How many weeks at a time?
Usually if it'll get into it'll depend on how long that company is going to be working or operating in that area.
Okay.
You know, if it's a 6-week program, you may just stay for the entire duration as opposed to trying to do a shift change. An average shift, if it's a long-term camp, would be 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks in, 2 weeks out kind of thing.
And then you'd get to go back for
Yeah,
what,
you'd have a
or...
couple weeks off or 12 days with travel days kind of thing. How each aspect of the camp is dependent on another aspect interests me. So all that water from down at the creek there is pumped into these.
Pumped into here, okay.
It's all in series.
And this is for everything from cooking to washing up?
Yeah.
Like everything, right?
Everything.
So this is it, eh? This is the hot water tank?
Yeah, this is just servicing. There's one trailer here servicing just the wash tent.
Okay.
And then there's a whole nother system, that trailer over there, that's servicing just the kitchen.
So in a house, like in a family home, this looks almost like the size in a family home.
Pretty
Two
much.
people take a shower and you're done, right?
Well, the nice thing about these units is it's a propane unit.
Okay, so it heats up very quickly.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than the conventional electric ones.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
And you can run it anywhere. Like, you don't need electricity for this unit.
Right, so that there doesn't have to be a shower lineup throughout the day.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna change out these particulate filters.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea, this is obviously the new one. This is the old one.
Oh, no way.
So it's capturing quite a bit of the sediment and whatnot that comes in.
These are your lungs after smoking?
Pretty much.
These are your lungs before smoking, kids. We gassed up, we changed a propane tank, got the camp some water. We turned off a poor gal's shower. I think it's time for a coffee.
Sounds good.
The best thing I can compare being a camp manager to is being a parent, constantly juggling multiple high-priority tasks while hoping that life throws you as few negative surprises as possible. A challenging and demanding role, but also a very appreciated and most rewarding one.
Recognized nationally as one of Canada's most prestigious awards for women, the YWCA Women of Distinction Award honors women whose outstanding achievements contribute to the well-being and future of our communities and organizations. Goldcorp is honored to have its name associated with YWCA Metro Vancouver, a unique organization dedicated to building better futures for women and their families through advocacy and integrated services that foster economic independence, wellness, and equal opportunities.
Hi.
Hey, look at you.
Thank you. I gave your stylist a call.
Oh, I can tell she did an amazing job. It could only mean one thing, investor relations.
Exactly what it means. I'm so excited. I get to go hang out with IR, represent the company, speak to investors, and best of all, travel.
Ooh, travel. I love to travel.
I get to go to Asia and Europe, South America, all over the place. Ooh. But you don't get to come.
What?
You get tired. It's probably not a lot of fun. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
I can totally go to Asia. I love to travel.
So we've just arrived at Goldcorp. I'm so excited. We're here to meet Lynette. She is the investor relations person. She has a super duper job, does a lot of travel, does a lot of really interesting things throughout her day, so I can't wait to meet her. You must be Lynette.
I am.
I got you a coffee and I'm ready to follow you upstairs and see what it is that you do.
There's been a change of plans.
Uh-huh.
We have to head to Vegas to a trade show. Welcome to a day of my life.
Why do they keep doing this to me?
My name is Lynette Gould, and I am the Director of Investor Relations at Goldcorp. We're a public company. Every individual on the street can own stock in Goldcorp. My job is to get the story of Goldcorp and what we do to those investors.
Thanks for dragging us out to Vegas.
Hey, no problem.
Are we heading into this convention?
We are. We're going to go sit down at the booth and see if there's some investors that want to update on the Goldcorp story or maybe potential new investors
Okay.
who just want to learn about the company.
The investors and the analysts, would they randomly stop by your booth and just start asking you questions?
Yeah, they would. If it's someone that already knows the story, they might just want an update on what's going on.
Okay.
If it's a new potential investor, they'll kind of maybe want to walk through the whole story as to, what's our value proposition, why should they invest in Goldcorp.
Okay.
We have a corporate presentation. I just kind of go through, what's our strategy?
Yep.
What projects and operations do we have? What's our balance sheet? What's our financial position look like?
Okay.
and then it would get on to more of what is going on at the different operations and the different projects.
I'm assuming that at things like this, you have to be on your A game, on your positive pep talk A game, like
you do.
all the time, right? For hours.
The whole day.
Yeah. So does it gets a little bit maybe tiring after a couple days, or?
After a couple days, yeah, you can get tired.
Yeah. A Red Bull back there somewhere.
One or two.
I'm always on my BlackBerry in case something comes up. That's sort of the key to wanting to be in investor relations and really liking the interaction with different people and not getting too flustered or too stressed, because it can be a high-stress job sometimes.
Okay, Maggie, well, I hope you had fun here in Las Vegas. We gotta head back to the office in Vancouver now.
We have to head back.
We do.
We're leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's time to go home.
And shoot.
I started back in '98 in venture capital. At that point, I had a business degree, and I did venture capital for about 7 years. Then I started into my first foray into an investor relations role, and I really like the role. I really like combining the financial aspect when I'm talking to the analysts and going through the models, as well as the interaction with people all the time, whether it's at conferences or these different phone calls. And so from there, I moved into the investor relations role here.
Hey, Lynette, what you sitting on?
I'm sitting on my ball.
Is that from just being at the computer way too much? And
It is. Sometimes I can be here for 11, 12 hours, and so I just sit better this way. No 2 days have ever been the same. A lot of it is sitting at the computer. It's putting together our corporate presentation, as well as talking on the phone to these investors. A lot of people always have questions on what's going on in our mine sites, our projects. We want to make sure that everybody gets the information they need to make an informed investment decision. We're going to call Anirudh Dougal. He is an institutional investor.
Oh, institutional.
Yes. So he used to work for Goldman Sachs, so we're going to find out where he's
gone to
yes.
now.
Hello, Anirudh speaking.
Hi, Anirudh. It's Lynette calling from Goldcorp.
Hey, Lynette. How are you?
Good, thanks. So I got your message yesterday that you have changed firms.
One of my close friends was sort of starting up a fund based out of New York, so decided to join him as a partner in that.
Are you still going to look at the gold space, or are you going to be covering a whole new industry there?
Yeah, no, definitely still going to be looking at the gold space very closely. We've liked the gold space for a long time, and I think continue to do so. We've always thought very highly of the team there. And
yeah, no, I'll definitely put it down for the next time that the team is in New York, that we'll meet with you and give you a more fulsome update.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Talk to you later, Anna. I get to touch a lot of the different departments, whether it's our operating team, who oversee all our operations, whether it's our projects team or our finance team. So I get to interact with a lot of people here at Goldcorp.
Nice. Next time I come, Lynette, can I have a ball to sit on too?
Sure. Okay. I'll make sure that you have one.
Thank you.
My absolute favorite part of this job is the travel, combined with getting to work with one of the top teams in the industry. I love the team that I work with. I think I'm very lucky to come to work every day and work with such bright people and that are really open and transparent. You can walk into any office and ask a question, and to me that makes my job worthwhile.
If you have far more good days than bad, a ton of energy, spunk, social skills, and a knack for numbers, as well as a love for travel, you'll definitely want to look into the role of investor relations. It's a fun variety of in and outside of the office type work, and despite financial market pressures, it promises to be a very challenging and fun career.
Hey, so investor relations, how was it?
It was great. I have to tell you, if I wasn't doing this and all the stuff that I love, I would pick investor relations.
Really? So the corporate world or the office-like environment isn't so bad, is it?
It's not that bad, and this in particular was awesome.
Well, I'm glad. Well, who's last?
Last, we have the exploration driller.
Ah, this is the one where you didn't know if it was more exploration or more drilling.
Exactly.
Right. Are you getting tired of going to all these jobs? No, you are quite keen, aren't you?
I am so good.
All right, well, off you go. Have fun.
Okay.
Drill away.
So, we're north of Smithers, and we're looking for Anthony. He's the senior field technician. He's out here somewhere, and I'm supposed to find him. Not only do I not know what he looks like, but he's left me markers. I might be close. Are you Anthony?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Took a little while to get here, didn't it?
It did.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Beautiful day. Nice little hike.
Was this really necessary?
Oh, I didn't want you to get lost.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Okay, well, pleasure.
Nice to meet you. My name is Anthony Moore. I'm a senior field technician for Coast Mountain Geological. A field technician is a very broad term. We have many duties in camp, from possibly helping on the drill as a driller's helper to teching core to even cutting the core. Basically, all aspects of the core.
And a core shack like the one that we're going to right now would be somewhere that you would bring back the core that you collect?
Yes, I actually got a chance to come to the School of Exploration in Smithers. It gave me a broader idea of what camp life was like, what the field work that is expected of us.
And are we allowed to pick it up?
Oh yeah, you can pick it up, take a look at it.
So what on God's green earth am I looking at here?
You are looking at some leverite. Basically, this kind of rock, when you'd find it, you just leave it right there.
Oh, leave it right. I thought you really meant a mineral. I'm like, the leverite mineral.
A very popular geological joke.
Okay, got it. You totally got me with that one. Remember that, leverite.
Most drill cores are 3 meters long or 10 feet, and they drill with a diamond drill bit, and they extract it, and then the driller's helper would put it into the boxes and then separate it with these little blocks marking the depth. That core gets sent to the camp where another person like me would tech the core. So I would measure the core to see how much is actually recovered, and I would label it and prepare it for the geologist to log.
How deep down into the ground did you say that these drills go?
Some of them have gone down to at least 1,200 meters.
1,200 meters?
Yeah, it comes out exactly like this. Like, this is what it looks like.
When it comes out, it's broken up like this?
So you'll have the natural fractures.
And then you said that this stuff gets cut in half?
Yes, that's just on the outside there.
Oh, can we? Cool.
You sure can.
Okay, let's go take a look at that.
After they've determined what rock is good enough for assaying, they would get a core cutter to split it in half, and then that would be put into different assay bags and sent to a lab, and then the other half would go back into the box for further review. Okay. This is the gas-powered diamond saw, so this is diamond coated.
Yeah. So I'd love for you to actually cut a piece for us, but it gets pretty loud, you said, so.
It does.
Should I just plug my ears or?
We have some gear for here that you probably put on.
Danielle said it best. Thought we were going to war once. Kind of what it's like right now.
I started out with the base wage, and it still pays a lot more than what you would get in the town. And then if you do a good job, you'll get the good ones, you'll get the good jobs, you'll get the good camps, and things will always be looking up.
That's pretty good, Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's how it's done, and this is what it looks like when it's completely fresh.
Very neat.
So then you get the smooth surface.
And then you can see things a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Too. What is it that we're going to do out now?
So right now we're going to do some drill hole spotting.
Drill hole spotting.
The drilling part of it is done usually after the grassroots stuff, which is when they send field crews out to do soil samples, prospecting, and rock samples. The project geologist will have a point, and he'll transfer that to my GPS. So on this point is where he wants to put a drill, and he wants to face it at 260 degrees.
To face it at 260 degrees. How do we?
With the compass.
Ah, of course, because this just doesn't cut it.
Which is that way. For the reference, we will
take really colorful tape.
Take some flagging tape. So we put that here so that the pad builders and the drillers would know this is where the hole is going to be, and it'll be facing in this direction. And then once they have a general idea of where minerals are, they get a high enough value, they would like to put a drill there to see how deep this ore is and to see if it's feasible to start a mine. The hole is proposed to be about 80 meters, so I would walk 80 meters that way. I've done this for quite a while, so if you don't mind, I'm going to give you my compass.
Oh, okay.
And you are going to walk that way for 80 meters.
80 meters, and you're going to just wait here?
Yes.
Right.
Have at her.
80 meters. 80 meters. Gotta be frickin' kidding me. And if there's a bear? Just saying, like, what then, you know?
I've basically worked everywhere and seen the tops of the mountains And just looking at the view for kilometers as far as your eye could see, there's not much to compare to that. And I'm getting paid for it.
I loved listening to Anthony's stories and adventures while working as an exploration driller and field technician. When one spends 6 weeks to 6 months at a time in some of the most remote places in this world, who wouldn't have great stories to share?
Hi, I'm Rob Stevens. Welcome back to Fact Digging. Did you know that all mines in BC must have a comprehensive reclamation plan? Reclamation is returning the land back to a natural state. In fact, reclamation is ongoing from exploration right through until a mine closes. Today, environmental assessment and reclamation plans are standard. New mines are designed and operated with reclamation and closure in mind.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Maggie, next week, what's happening?
Next week, we have a pretty amazing lineup. Amongst them, a heavy-duty equipment mechanic and a geologist. Now, the heavy-duty equipment mechanic is a super young gun with a ton of energy, ton of fun, and the geologist, one of the first people on the ground.
Oh, wow, sounds exciting. Definitely makes me want to come back next week. I hope you do too. So join us on Mining Your Future.